What's up, y'all? What's going on? What's popping? 23, what's the deal, bro? E-Man, what's popping? What's popping? Happy Friday, TGIF. Happy goddamn Friday. Y'all made it. Everybody made it to the end of the week, baby. What y'all got planned for the weekend? I know we're supposed to get some better weather. I think starting really Sunday, for real. But we about to hit the 70s and 80s next week for a couple days. Little teaser before then it get back chilly again. But I'm debating if I'm gonna go see that what you call the movie this weekend, the scary movie, not scary movie, Scream 7. Damn, 80 where you at, E man? Shit. Damn. Shit. 80 degrees? Shit. That's shorts weather right there. Oh yeah, listen to that old school Tribe Called Quest scenario, man. What y'all know about this? This is that it's a classic. These young boys know nothing about this, man. Real hip hop. Real hip hop. But yeah. Shout out to the 80-degree weather. We getting there next week. We got a couple days in the high 70s and 80s. For this time of year, that's close to a record for us. So I ain't gonna complain about that at all. But yeah, I'm gonna check the movie out. I'm gonna see what's up with it, and go from there, whatever. And then I think June 12th, uh, Scary Movie 6 come out. Marlon Wayans and them flicks, so I'm definitely gonna check that out. I gotta support it and see what's going on. But other than that, what's popping, man? What's been going on? I see 50 Cent dropped a new song for his Power series. He took a shot at T.I. about Tiny. He taking Tiny around Atlanta. He getting a pussy ate or some shit like that. Um, that ain't really no breaking news. You know, their sexual relations or basically their behavior has been already put out there. It's obvious that T.I. don't mind sharing his wife like with other women. They like swingers. So saying that ain't really hitting on nothing. You know, it's more damaging that your baby mama was getting trained out when you didn't know Shorty was on that tip. So you ain't know Shorty was on that tip, and she out there getting smutted out. That's different. It's different from when a man tell his wife he down with fucking other women and she say she with it too because she bisexual. Then that's what y'all do. Then it is what it is. So that shit was kind of weak. And then he was talking about he gonna come out with a documentary surviving T.I. and Tiny, and they like T.I. said go right ahead, motherfucker. He said every person that accused us, that shit got dropped in court. So what are we really talking about here? You know, so at the end of the day, 50 need to let that shit go, man. Like if you ain't gonna really get in the booth and rap, let it go. Take your L. Everybody take L's, man. It happens. It's a part of life. You ain't gonna win all the time, but I mean, to be honest with you, it's making him look more like a nut, like a sucker. Talking about dropping documentaries and come on, man, get the fuck out of here with that, man. That shit corny. Jeez, what's the deal? Deep, what's going on? What's popping? Man, I went to the market today. That shit was sweet. This had the old people connection, but I don't never go near a check day because that thing be crazy. Checks being there with 2 or 3 shopping carts filled with shit, making me feel some type of way. Michael, what's the deal? Trav, what's going on? Yeah. We only been live for 5 minutes. You right on time, homie. Right on time, man. For real. It's Friday. I'm in a good mood. Getting closer to me going down to Atlanta. A few more weeks, I'll go down to the ATL for the weekend. For my daughter's graduation. So I'm really looking forward to it. I heard the Atlanta airport is huge. They said the airport big as hell. That's what I'm hearing. I already rented my reserved my rent a car. So hotel already set. So we basically good now. We Gucci. I just gotta find something to wear to the graduation, and I gotta check the weather down there because the Atlanta weather would be up and down. Y'all be hot 1 minute, then it'd be chilly in next. So I gotta see what it's hitting for that particular weekend. I'm going down and see what's going on with that. So um, Tech, what's the deal, bro? KB, what's going on? Yeah. My daughter was saying the airport big as shit. I ain't never I've been to Atlanta, but I drove, so I ain't. This is my first time flying down there, so I'll see. I'll see. It's a night, so I get down there at night, and then when we leave, it's super early in the morning, so it might be sweet either way. But we'll see. We'll see. Every time I go down there, I can never really stay down there long. It's like more or less for a um a family reunion, or it's only like for the weekend. So we'll see. We'll see. But yeah, yeah, I talked to my cousin yesterday too. Yeah, everything's a go. He said he gonna sign off. He said he just didn't get back to me because he was doing some shit, but he said he would it. So that made me feel good. I was about to snap on his ass like, yo, man, don't give up this fucking easy money. So we just gotta get the land surveyed. After we get it surveyed, we're gonna go ahead and um, pull that trigger. So that'll be good. That'll be sweet. So this ain't that. What's going on? Be more. What's the deal? You said they got a 40-40 club in the airport? Wow. Medusa, what's going on? Wow. Yeah. I heard about Atlanta with the women, and they got a lot of punks down there too. I heard a whole bunch of shit about it. Um, I heard they known for their strip clubs and stuff, but I'm not going down there. I'm going down there to support my daughter. You know what I mean? Like I ain't. It's a family trip, so it's more or less doing that. Who knows? I might go back and visit again. I got a couple of my subscribers that I chop it up with here and there that live down there, but I'm literally ain't gonna have time because I'm getting down there that Friday night, like 9, 10 o'clock at night, and then the graduation that Saturday. After graduation, you gotta go out to dinner or lunch or whatever. Then after that, we're gonna probably hang out with my grandkids and then get in the pool and shit, at the hotel. And then Sunday morning, I'm out, so I ain't gonna have no time for nothing. But you staying there for a week and a half? Oh, okay. Yeah, like I said, the only other time I've been to Atlanta was a long time ago, and that was another weekend trip for a family reunion, and that was shit 15, 16 years ago. So that was, things changed since then. E-Man said he said he down here. He never seen a 40-40 club in there. Shit, who knows? Don't get me the line. I don't know. I don't know. Um, we'll see. I remember back in the day, I used to always want to go to Atlanta and all that. And not so much more, anymore. But nothing against it. I mean, I'm pretty sure it's a beautiful place. Um, and they got areas that's real nice, and everything is is sweet. So um, I think everybody has a place where something's nice. You can make nice out of anything. So who knows? Who knows? Trav said he loved going to the ATL. You 30 minutes away from ATL? Okay. Yeah, I mean, from people I know that live down there, they told me that it changed a lot. That a lot of outsiders messed it up. Mike said he said it's nice black owned restaurants and businesses. Plus, they got great strip clubs. Yeah, I've never been a strip club dude though. You know, don't get me wrong. I appreciate a nice big fat ass that's real. I don't like fake asses, but and even we got a couple nice strip clubs in my city, and of course it ain't on the Atlanta level, but um, I never really been into them because I don't like being teased, man. You shaking your ass, you want me to give you money, and I ain't get no pussy? Nah, nope, we not doing that. We are not doing that. Fuck a lap dance. Shit. He says a real chill once you get difficult to explain. E-Man said that. He said the outsiders didn't mess it up, the locals messed it up. I mean, who knows, man? My goal eventually is I want to just travel to a whole bunch of states and just visit. Um, I know I like Myrtle Beach. I always had a good time. I've been to Myrtle Beach twice. I always had a good time there. Myrtle Beach is nice. Always have fun in North Carolina, VA. Um, Canada has always been fun. I don't know. I'm gonna hit up the West Coast too and see. I want to go to San Diego for some reason. I don't know why. I just want to go to San Diego. I'm not big on Los Angeles to be honest. I can go without it, but I guess you gotta know where to go and how to move out there. So nobody want to have to be worried about that. You go in a certain area, you got a certain color on, you got, what I'm saying? Crip Mac might run up on me. Five crip. You fired me? Yo, cuz. Man, goddamn Crip Mac, boy. We live in a real strange time where a mentally challenged Crip that's repping a block that he don't own could be famous. Crip Mac, 55th Street. Oh crap! You fired me? Oh man. Shit. You said in Georgia it's not like the same pace in Philadelphia. You said yeah. I got a cousin. She live in Georgia, but I don't know what part. I got to ask her. I don't think it's Atlanta though, but um, she moved down wherever part of Georgia she at. She loving it. She loving it. She said she ain't never coming back to Philly, less to visit. So it is what it is. Fight crap. Hell, but you know what though? I'll take him over Felice Johnson. So I'll take Crip Mac over Felice Johnson any day. At least with Crip Mac, he like women. So it is what it is. But yeah, shout out to him, man. Listen, he getting his money, he doing his thing. Um, salute to him. Salute to him, man. Oh, but I was wrong. I actually listened to Roland Martin's podcast or show or whatever, and he wasn't like I thought he was going to be. He basically kept it real with that Jasmine Crockett situation. He basically said it basically to sum it up that she ain't do all the work she was supposed to do. That's why she lost. He said she wasn't campaigning in them small cities and shit that she's supposed to be doing. She only focused on the big ones, and she didn't market herself the way she was supposed to market herself. That's why she lost. He kept it real, so I had to give no net credit, and It is what it is. You got to put that effort in there. You can't just think because you're a black woman. No, you need to vote from other people too. And she didn't hit up a lot of them Latina areas, and it came back to bite our ass. So oh well. Another one bites the dust, baby. Another one bites the dust. That politics thing is definitely tricky. Definitely really, really tricky. Plus, you gotta kind of be like you kind of gotta be like full of shit to be in politics. You gotta be a bullshitter, basically. You said that's the true South, Augusta. Well, I mean, technically speaking, Delaware really starts down south. A lot of people don't know that, but that's they call it the Mason-Dixon line. They say that really starts down south, which I never view Delaware as down south. You know what I'm saying? But that's what they say. That's what they say. So who knows? To me, I always thought down south started when you hit VA, when you hit Virginia. That's what I always thought. But they say they make Mason-Dixon line shit. I don't know how y'all feel about it. Some people don't even think Virginia's south. They think further down. But I think once you get to VA, that's what it is. But if you know your history, it starts in Delaware. So you know how that go. Some people are like, what? See, because you got different parts of it. You got deep south too. You know what I mean? You got down south and you got the deep south. You down Alabama and Tennessee, places like that. Like that's deep. That's deep south. That's real deep. Some deep south, some motherfuckers still using outhouses. You say you get to South Richmond. You said below that's what you consider South Tech. Well, if you look it up on a map, that's what they say. It starts with Delaware. But what's wild? Anywhere outside of Philadelphia looks like down south. If you go in them little counties and certain shit like that, like if I was to put you blindfold you and put you one of them counties or Lancaster or one of them places, you'll think you're down south somewhere. It's crazy that it'd be like that. It'd be right outside of Philly. Yeah, it's crazy how they have it too. It's wild. Because I would never consider like DC down south, but if they saying it starts in Delaware, DC would be basically down south. Because everybody got their own little swag. Where Baltimore got their swag, DC got their swag, New York, Philly, Jersey. The South Jerseys, they tend to act more like Philly. North Jersey act more like New York. So yeah, it just depends. But that's one place I never thought about really living in is Delaware. Like I don't know. No disrespect to my Delawareans, but that's never been a place I say, yeah, I want to go to Delaware. I remember people used to flock out there back 10, 15 years ago because the taxes were lower and you can get single cribs for like $2 something, little mini mansions, and prices ain't like that no more, but that's how it used to be. That's how the South used to be. It used to be people flock down south because they can get more for their buck, but now when they overpopularized everything, it got popular. Now everything is high. The same thing with food. I was in the market earlier, and I saw this one pack of oxtail. It was small. It was like literally like 4 oxtails, and it was like $20. And I was just like, y'all tripping. Like these poor man foods that we used to get super cheap. The Jamaicans used to sell you a big oxtail platter with 3 sides for like $15. You said Amish territory, Lancaster, that it's not safe at all. Why you say that, Tech? I never had no problem, but then again, I don't be out there long. But you know, I'll be out there a day or two. But when I go out to Lancaster, I ain't never had no problems. Now I know they got hood parts like past Lancaster. You go out what's that part of PA? It's right outside Lancaster. I went out there before. York. York is definitely got some hood parts. That's more like a city. Yeah, real talk. 11 is a delicacy now. Like they treat oxtails like that shit lobster and shit. Like they out their damn mind, man. I left them bitches right there. I said I'm not paying no this price for this damn shit. You know, because sometimes I get a taste for them because I know how to make them real good when they come out nice. But not at that price for a little bit of meat. I can see if it was a whole lot of meat, you know, because you can get a whole fucking rack of pork ribs for that price. You dig what I'm saying? Like beef ribs always been more expensive. That's just how it go. You know what I mean? It always been that price. I like them Fred Flintstone ribs, beef ribs, the big bone. You said Southwest DC is similar to Southwest Philly. Yeah, when I was at DC, I don't even remember. I don't need to be honest with you. I don't even remember what parts I was in. I knew I went to see Martin Luther King statue at that park. I went to Ben's Chili Bowl. I went to the White House, and that was it. That was it. I ain't going nowhere else after that in DC. Yeah, oxtails are very overpriced. They out of pocket, man. Like, but see, that's what they do though. They price gouge when they see something popular. That's what they do. And I was just like, yeah, y'all got that. I'm gonna leave that shit right there. I'm gonna leave it right there. Should I spend $400 today in the fucking market? Yeah, shit, it should be high. It definitely be high. Oh, you said that was air? Oh, okay. Oh, you said that was air. I was about to say, yeah, I ain't never had no problems. Like them Amish motherfuckers leave you alone out there. Shit. I might take my grandkids to Dutch Gardens this summer out there in Lancaster and shit. They got the outlets right there, the Dutch Gardens, and you know, you always have a good time out there. Only an hour and a half from Philly. Whole different world. Food be fresh. Don't have all the chemicals and shit. Yeah, gas going up. But we knew gas was gonna go up with the war, so I already knew that shit. You know, Jersey's the cheapest gas close to me, and even they went up. I heard the same thing. 23. He said some places been using that kangaroo tails and selling his oxtails. I heard the same thing. Yeah, well, you gotta think the influencers online, man. You know, less barbecuing them. They popped it. They had oxtails super popular, man, and they skyrocketing it now. Oh well, shit. I'm gonna make me some. I bought me some catfish, some fresh catfish nuggets. I'm gonna hook them up later on. I might make me a po' boy. I might hook that shit up with some the catfish, some shrimp, lettuce, tomatoes, some sauce. Yeah, that's gonna be real good. That's why I told my daughter, I said, you give me a list of the shit you like to eat, because I ain't ordering shit. Go to the supermarket, get all that food, and cook. Oh yeah. Definitely. Yeah, that part ain't the South. It just remind you of the South how it look with the open air and the animals and all that other shit. Yeah, definitely heard about that, but it is what it is. It is what it is. Any plans for the summer? Anybody traveling? I gotta go somewhere this summer. I don't know where, but I gotta go somewhere. If I could do two spots this year, I'll be happy. One tropical and somewhere else like regular. Um, I just don't know where. And then you gotta see what's going on with everything. You gotta watch what countries you travel to, and you gotta watch that. I was watching the news how some of the people was stranded over there in the Middle East and Dubai and stuff like that. I'm like, yeah, y'all goofy asses keep going the fuck over there. Like, white folks love going to all them crazy ass countries where war can break out at any given moment. I'm good. You ain't never catch me over there. Fuck Dubai. I ain't going over there neither. Oh yeah. How was it, Larry? I think I want to go to I think I want to go to Turks and Caicos this year. I gotta look online and try to book something early. Because they beat you in the head with the flights. That's where it be mostly, in my opinion. Some of these flights just be high for no reason. That's why I ain't got no problem catching a cheaper airline because if I'm not flying far, if I'm only going for like 2 hours, I get out. You know what I mean? It don't matter to me. Now if I'm going 5 hours, of course I want get something a little better, some leg room and shit like that. But yeah, them flights be high as shit. You be like, what's the fuck going on here? Then I was looking up campers, thinking about getting a camper, to rent a camper or whatever, but I gotta figure out where the hell we gonna do the road trip at. I gotta do more research, see what the gas gonna cost in that bitch. Hold on one second, y'all. Yeah, I'm back. You said remind you of Jamaica and Colombia mixed together. Okay. Yeah, I never did. I never did a cruise. I never. I'm kind of iffy on that. Cause I be seeing the videos of you know, always our own kind. This to get on this. I don't know if I want to be contained. I know them ships be big, but I don't know if I want to be contained with a bunch of ghetto motherfuckers, man. I can't do it. If I go on a cruise, it gotta be an expensive one where I know, people pay good money and they're gonna act civilized. But if it's one of them cheap joints, you're gonna get what you pay for sometimes. You know, I'm honest with my shit. I don't like being around niggas. I like being around black people, but not niggas. I don't like being around ghetto people, man. I can't not do it. That's why I stick and move when I go to the hood. I take care of whatever business I gotta take care of and I get the fuck out. I'm not standing on no corner. I ain't trying to, nah, I'm good. I'm good. I prefer to just go to the island rather than using a cruise ship. That way, because I heard with the ships, they give you a certain amount of hours, or they might say, okay, we going to Turks and Caicos. You got 5 hours, 6 hours, whatever. Then you got to get back. No, I'd rather just go where I'm going. My cousin, she into that. She loved them cruises. Like she do like two cruises a year. You know, I heard the Disney cruise was nice. I mean, if you got kids and shit like that, grandkids. But yeah, that ghetto shit, nah, nope. He said it was cool, but she was ready to go back after 4 days. Yeah, that's another thing. Them trips be like 7 days. I can't do it. If I do it, my first cruise gotta be 3 days. They got ports coming out of Philly now too. I heard, because normally you have to fly to Florida. Yeah, you had to fly from there, and then work it that way. So you know how that go. Kev, you said Link. But for starters, who are you? Who are you, bro? What you want to talk about? And then one of you weirdos emailed me yesterday. It went to my spam mail. I just erased it. I saw the first couple, like, I let you see a little bit of it. Like, come on, man. I think some of y'all dudes be wanting me to send y'all dick pics. I think y'all niggas is gay. Cause y'all heard me on a thing say that I be trolling motherfuckers that fuck with me. They be hitting my phone up and trolling me, and I troll them and send them a picture of that dick. Cause if I said that, why even try to email me talking shit? I just erased the message. Like, come on, man. Y'all dudes is weird, man. Real weird. You said they got cruises out there in Baltimore to the Bahamas and Bermuda. Yeah. See, Baltimore ain't far of a drive. That's only an hour 45-minute drive with good traffic. Now regular it might take you 2 hours, but if you got some good traffic, you can get up there in 1 hour 45. That's worth it. Do a little 3-day cruise from Baltimore to there. I would do that. Matter of fact, yeah. Thanks for reminding me. I gotta go back to Be More, man. I love going up there and get my crab cakes. But y'all fucked up the harbor, man. The harbor used to be so much better. I don't know. I haven't been there in a little bit, so I don't know if y'all upgraded it. But I remember when y'all got rid of the ESPN zone. Y'all got rid of a lot of the good shit. But I remember the Baltimore Harbor was all right. But yeah, I want to shoot out there and go to Moe's, go to the little takeouts part, get my crab cakes, see what's going on. Oh, okay. Yeah, I don't normally put the link like that. I'm about to start putting the phone number out. I'm about to get me one of them Google numbers and put me a number out so that way people will start calling in. You said the harbor is dead now. It's going through renovations. Yeah, they emailed me 23 motherfuckers. I'm like, yo, because when you check your email, I checked my spam, but all I saw it said J. I guess that's their fake name. And then it said, I saw the first little sentence like, "You're such a hateful person." That's all I saw, and I just erased it. I didn't even click on it. And I'm just like, damn, like get off my dick. Like, you're emailing me, like, come on, man. I mean, if I'm a hateful person or I'm whatever you think I'm saying, it should be easy for you to stay away from me, right? Y'all niggas I think them niggas really be wanting to see what my dick look like. Y'all niggas gay, man. I really do believe that. But yeah, I remember the harbor was all right. Now the other one is better. Well, that's the National Harbor. That's a little further up. Now the National Harbor, I always get that mixed up. Is that still in Maryland or DC? Let me look it up. Shit, it's like in between everything. Where's the National Harbor located? It's in Maryland. Okay. Yeah. Now the National Harbor is basically what the Baltimore Harbor should have been, in my opinion. Now I only been to the National Harbor once. From what I remember, it was nice. And I ain't gonna lie to you, I got on that fucking Ferris wheel, and I was scared of the motherfucking man, because you know that motherfucker go up and stay. You know how it stays stuck in the air while you gotta let people on and off and shit. Um, yeah, I'm up high as hell, but yeah, I think I might slide back to the National Harbor this year. But it's been a minute since I've been there, but the atmosphere, from what I remember, was nice. They had a whole bunch of different seafood restaurants, and I don't know if they upgraded it since then. I don't know if y'all been there since then, but yeah, I think that's gonna be one of my little quick trips. But that's about a 3 hour drive, 2.5, something like that. Let me see. Matter of fact, let me find out right now. How long it take to get to the National Harbor from my location? Yeah, 2 hours and 38 minutes. That ain't bad. That ain't too bad at all. I can do that drive. Yeah, 238, 152 miles. Because it's basically it's crazy because it's a part of Maryland, but DC is right there, and Virginia is right there. It's weird how they got that dynamic and shit. No name. What's the deal? Crumb, salute, bro. What's going on? Yeah, 'cause I want to stay at that the MGM up there in the National Harbor. I have good luck when I stay at MGMs as far as gambling. But the one in Vegas, um, I don't know how they do it in the National Harbor, but they had that shit where you had to pay for the refrigerator. I just thought that shit um was some bullshit. Like, really. Paul, what's the deal, bro? What hoes at? Where them bitches, nigga? Where them hoes at, Paul? Where them big booty midgets at with the big heads? The Fred Flintstone head, big booty midgets. Where they at? Real talk. You would think the shit. You would think they would have they had that shit in Atlanta or some shit. Yeah, for real. Big booty midget with the big fucking Fred Flintstone Frankenstein square box head with little sausage fingers. You said where the shorties at in Philly tonight? Man, to be honest with you, I couldn't tell you, man. I don't run the streets like that, bro. I do not run the streets. Um, when the wet now when the weather break, I could probably tell you where to go. When the weather really break, but when it's like chilly outside, I couldn't really tell you where, man. It depends on what type of chicks you're looking for. Now, if you want something a little smutty buddy, you can find them bitches at Walmart, especially around check day. You're gonna see a whole bunch of single black females in there. Um, but it depends on if you do a club scene or whatever you do. You said where Jasmine Crockett, she can get it too. Oh man, yeah, man. I don't run the streets, man. I'm too old for that bullshit. But I know when it's hot out, when it's warm out, shit, there's a lot of places you can go. You want to see them? They out there. They be out there. 'Cause we got a couple clubs here in Philly. Depends on what type of scene you're looking for. And we got some clubs. We got some some of them restaurants too, you can catch a lot of broads at, like the viral restaurants and shit. Black women love to be somewhere like that. Because what you call is a tourist attraction, like South Street. Like back in the day, South Street used to be the shit. Now I haven't been down there in a while, but it don't have the mystique that it had. Like back in the 90s, early 2000s, that was the place to be, South Street. I don't know if it's still like that now. It might be though, but you might find chicks that's not even from Philly down there visiting Philly. So you know what I mean? So if you want some authentic Philly shit, I wouldn't really recommend. Well, I mean, certain restaurants down in that area. I mean, South Street, Delaware Avenue. Certain restaurants you want the broads to be at, especially when it's nice out. You're going to definitely see them. Anywhere with seafood, crab legs and drama, you're gonna catch a lot of women. You're gonna see them. You're definitely gonna see them. Dang, you say you started the new job 2 weeks ago. You got to wait the next week to get your first check. Damn. Yeah, well, at least well, hopefully it should be a full check. I remember them days when you first start a job, and then your first check only be for a week. You be like, what the fuck? But yeah, hopefully it should be for a whole full 2 weeks. You say you still looking for a second part-time job? Hey, ain't nothing wrong with that, Jay. Nothing wrong with that at all, man. Shit, that's good. Definitely good. Get your paper up. Yeah, but I'm definitely thinking about some travel plans for this year, man. I got this summer. You know, that's my shit. Yeah, definitely somewhere in the Caribbean, and then all them other little small. Like I said, I'm gonna hit the National Harbor up. I'm gonna hit up Baltimore National Harbor. Um, Definitely North Carolina. I go see my grandkids, my daughter. So I'm gonna go down there. Yeah, shout out. As a matter of fact, it's small, but Wilmington, North Carolina, downtown. I like that joint. A little water and shit. That's a nice little vibe down there. You know, what I mean, if you like a laid back type vibe, you know. Now, if you want something that's a little bit more up pace and a little, they ain't gonna be for you. No, I didn't see what did Trump say. You said deliveries pay you in the same day tech. That's what's up. Ain't nothing wrong with that. You know what I did want to talk about though? The tipping thing. This has been an ongoing thing with tipping and how everybody is so obligated um, for a tip, and it got out of control. Like when you go pick up your food now, they have things for tip. Everything is tip, 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 tip. Even the guys I know that buy pussy, he said chicks be like, "Can I get a tip?" Like, bitch, you just got paid. Like, you want a tip, ho? Cross the street. Look both ways when you cross the street. That's your tip. That's your goddamn tip. Make sure you brush your teeth at least twice a day. That's a tip I can give you. Wash your mouth out with goddamn Listerine after you get done sucking the giant's dick. That's a tip I can give you. Everybody want a goddamn tip. Tip, 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 tip. I'm all for it. If I go to a restaurant, I sit down. If your service is good, you will get tipped nicely. But if your service is subpar, you're going to get a subpar tip. I don't give a fuck. That's your job. You chose that job. People crack me up. Well, that's your job, and I don't have to do shit but be black and die, bitch. Fuck you talking about? Listen, you ain't going to make me give you something. And if people say, well, don't go out to eat then. No, don't come to work then, motherfucker. It's a chance you take. It's a chance you fucking take. Just like on the episode of Sopranos, when I don't know if y'all remember Paulie and Christopher and all of them. They was all in the restaurant, and I think the bill came to like it was either 800 or 1,000. And I think Chrissy only left like a $50-$60 tip, and the waiter came out and say, "Oh, was there something wrong with this service?" And whatever. And then he got smart, and they hit him in the head, and the boy had a seizure, and they had to kill him. My thing is this: you chose that goddamn profession. You chose that profession. You said I had to see it to believe it. Oh, you been down there, Larry? Yeah, man. And my daughter lived near there, and we went down there last year, and they had a nice little ice cream parlor, and it was like nice, like how it was situated. They had the little water there, and then me and my other grandson, we was walking up the they had a little sprinkler system. We was running up the thing, and it was real nice. And the atmosphere was cool. Yeah. King said, we're up in the wrong way. He said the grocery stores be asking for donation for charity, like they always do. Like they don't make enough money to donate. You right. Yep. I see it on the little screen. You want to round off. A lot of stores be doing that shit. I'm like, fuck no. Round off these nuts. Like, no. Like I said, when somebody delivering, like I order from a certain place, right? So for the most part, be the same delivery guy. So I always take care of them. You know what I'm saying? Like the food comes, it's hot. I give them a nice tip. Because I don't want nobody fucking with my food. Let's say they say, oh, that's the house that only give a $3 tip or something. You know what I mean? They try to spit in your food. You get some people that's vindictive like that. And I don't want to be, but you ain't going to guilt trip me of giving you a tip unless you earned it. Just like when B Stinger would get the milkshake from Bambaataa, he had to earn that milkshake. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I'm not being smart. You got to earn shit. So, if I'm at a restaurant and you have good service, and I'm like, okay, I'm gonna go above and beyond and give you, because how sometimes they just show you what the recommended tip is for, depends on how much you spent. And sometimes I'll go a little above to look out. You know what I mean? But if that service fucked up, I don't care how much the bill is. The bill could be $500. I ain't giving you shit. I remember we had this one chick, this white broad. She had like an attitude problem. Her service was horrible. I gave her I had cash on me, right? So I think the bill came to like $84. No, was it 80? It was 80 something. And I gave the bitch exactly what it was. So of course she didn't know what it was at first. She said, "Any change?" I said, "No, keep the change." It literally was like 20 cents. Motherfucker was as we was walking out, I saw a look on her face the way she looked at me. Oh well, you had better service, you wouldn't have got a 20-cent tip. Shit. Like this car wash, I don't go to them no more. Man, I'm a rotten motherfucker, but I'm glad I did it. They didn't dry my car off right. They didn't even vacuum the inside right. They did a shitty job, right? They got a tip box. I allow y'all know I folded up some green paper. And the guy was like, "Oh, thank you very much." He thought I was putting a nice wad in there. It was paper. Like, at first I felt a little bad about it. Then when I thought about it, I said, "No, y'all do half-ass jobs, and y'all think you're gonna get a tip? You already overcharged me for the car wash in and out anyway." No, I worked at a car wash when I was a teenager. I literally worked there for like 2-3 weeks. I'll never forget this shit. And it was out the main line. Tech might know what I'm talking about because he be knowing every fucking where. Tech be knowing everywhere. All the way up Lancaster Avenue, all the way out. As a matter of fact, it's an Amish market right across the street. It's out there, I think, even like Paoli, somewhere out that area. Deep suburbs. There's a car wash there. They've been there for a long time. We had worked, me and my homie had worked there. and they had me. They actually hired me to detail cars. I didn't know what the fuck I was doing. I had to drive the cars in and the little buffer thing, and the manager boy, the white boy, he was stealing our tips because they had like a tip thing, and at the week we were supposed to get like a end of the week we get like a tip check, and he was taking our shit, and he wound up getting fired. But I was like, well, that shit was wild. But yeah, man, look, God, I mean, I ain't knocking nobody. Do what you gotta do to survive out here, you know. But I know for me, I would never want to work at no car wash unless I own that motherfucker. Yeah, I heard Alabama. They don't pay shit down there. I heard about that. I heard about that. They got to stop doing that to people, you know, because some of those country towns, they pay them. Remember, I told you my cousin been at Walmart for like 20 something years. He only make like 16 something an hour. Like they do that shit, you know. And it's crazy because some companies they make enough money to pay you a better wage. They just choose not to. That's why man, listen. That's why I never gave a fuck about a job. My favorite video of Charleston White was that video when he talked about he go to work to sue. I never forget that shit. Like I'm gonna see if I can find it, man. That's the first video I've seen of Charleston White. I'm gonna see if I can find it. It was on the Say Cheese interview, John. And that video just cracked me up. Let me see. I'm gonna find it. Let's see. But I understood what he was saying. Let's see. Going on the popular joint. He got so many Jones on here. Let's see. I can't remember the name of him. I'm under goes off now. He got a lot of damn, what the hell was that video at? There you go. There you go. I'll be right back. I'll take this shit out the dryer.
Now, I interview a lot of rappers. I don't like interviewing celebrity rappers because it's cliche. I like to find people like before they blow. And a lot of my questions to them is, why I'll ask them the same question. Have you ever worked a 9 to 5, or will you? Yeah. Do you work a 9 to 5?
Yeah. And I sue every job I get. Okay. Yeah. What I do, I go on a job. I've sued Singular before, AT&T. I got $40,000 out of them in 2006, July 6, 2006, for race discrimination and sexual harassment. Quid pro sexual harassment. Just niggas cracking jokes on the job, right? So what I did, I went and learned employment right. My last 2 jobs, I got $10,000 out of that one through OSHA and got another $10,000 through OSHA. So what I do, I go find a job because I know they got niggas go be violating safety violations. So I'm gonna go complain about safety violation. I know some bitch ass supervisor go get mad about me complaining and start retaliating against me. Then I'm gonna make a call to OSHA and say, hey, they unsafe over here. And then I'm gonna let them know, yeah, I'm the one called OSHA, and they go fuck with me. And then I'm gonna make them pay me $10,000 for retaliation. I get them every time. I get him every goddamn time. I get the warehouse job. Man, I work for a gun distribution company. I got they motherfucking ass. Yeah, I'm a bad motherfucker with suing jobs.
So you go in there knowing you about to get
man, if motherfucker know I'm going to go get a job, they already know I'm the slip and fall nigga. I'm talking about I got a 100% success rate in suing every job I done work for, either through the EEOC or through OSHA. And I be trying to tell other niggas, say, homie, get in on it. They be scared. And then when I get them and they get fired, they call me back. Say, man, you think, no, nigga, I tried to tell you. when you read the employment rights, homie, they say race discrimination is broad, is so open in America, homie, but the average employee is scared to say something. Sexual harassment, it goes on all the time. Niggas in the break room talking about who they fucked over the weekend. I'm sitting over there eating. I don't want to hear that shit. Nigga, I don't care about all them hoes. And you doing this every weekend? Well, at some point, I'm going to go to the HR lady and say, Larry and Leroy talking about women they sleep with every weekend, and they need to stop it. Well, guess what? They ain't going to stop it. And after I done already complained about it, because you have to make a complaint and let them know that you are uncomfortable with this conversation. Say, man, I don't want to hear that, homie. They think I'm just being a bullshit ass nigga. They don't know me. So I let them know. So on January 2nd, at 12:30, lunch break, Larry and Leroy were talking about fucking Sheila. So I'm going to keep documentation. So when I go to HR, I'm going to let HR know. Now they going to be fucking with me. Now I'm a snitch at work. So now they going to be talking about me, making my work environment a hostile working environment. By this time, I'm going to the EEOC and get them. We going to go to mediation. They going to ask me what I want. Yeah, and then that's when you tell them what you want. It's so easy to get. I ain't bullshit.
And every time you tell them 10 bands?
Well, OSHA, let me just say this. The Fort Worth office at OSHA, I asked for $50,000 last time. They told me, take this $10,000 or we go dismiss the case. Now, I had a good case, but they so sick of me winning. The motherfuckers so sick of me winning, Sean. I said, they so goddamn me sick of me winning. They said, man, take this $10,000 and you, man, that's it. But I be having legitimate cases, homie, because companies leave themselves open for that, homie. Yeah. It's gonna be a supervisor somewhere want to fuck the new girl, and he gonna show a favoritism, especially in warehouses, homie. So, what I try to do, man, I try to coach young girls how to go in there and stain for a good $10,000, $15,000, $20,000, or even a young nigga, homie. So that's a hustle, and it's a legal hustle, and it teach jobs how to better treat their employees.
Has this hustle not worked before?
No, it ain't never not worked. I done coached my Mexican partner. He got the wood place over there off of Hewlin. He got $12,000. He give me a little small percentage for teaching him how to do it. But yeah, man, you just walk around with your cell phone in the warehouse. They ain't supposed to leave the pallets on the floor. They gonna have some in front of the exit though. At least once a month, they supposed to let you know where the fire exit is. They supposed to do the tornado drill. They supposed to have the eye water station. They supposed to have all this kind of shit, man. So yeah, man, now I'm trying to find me a young girl.
Who put you onto this list?
Man, just being a low down dirty motherfucker wanting to get over on white folk. Just being not wanting to work, homie. And being at work and seeing how people get treated at work, homie. Seeing how the Mexican supervisors treat the black dudes. Seeing how the black supervisors treat so just sitting at work, homie, I don't want to work. So,
because you mentioned how they pillow talk in the cafeteria area, right?
Yeah.
During lunch. So, what if you heard two black dudes talking about that? Would you tell on them?
Yeah, I don't give a fuck about them niggas. I don't know them niggas. I'm playing for the money. Yeah, fuck them niggas.
So that's not snitching?
I don't give a damn about snitching. I ain't committed no crime with that nigga. I'm telling. Yeah, nigga, snitching is two niggas committing a crime. We get in trouble. I tell to get out of trouble. That's snitching. But me reporting what you doing, I don't know you two
niggas. But he could lose his job.
I don't give a fuck. I ain't loyal to no nigga. Nigga, listen, when I came here to this job, I got hired by myself. I came here with a game plan.
A lot of people are going to watch this video and they're going to be like, you're at work, just mind your business.
Now, nigga, I ain't at work to work. I'm at work to sue. Yeah, you at work trying to work. I'm working
This motherfucker said, I'm at work to sue.
Like I want to work. Nigga, I ain't trying to work. So if I catch down bad that can help me win this lawsuit, I wouldn't give a fuck if everybody black got fired. Long as I win the lawsuit. Nigga, I don't know none of them people. I'm not loyal to black people. A nigga get pulled over by the police, getting his ass kicked and tased unjustly by the police, and the light turned green. I'm not gonna say, hey, y'all leave that nigga alone. Nigga, when the light turned green, I'm gonna keep going and tell somebody, say, I seen the police kicking this nigga ass today. Nigga, you didn't.
The nigga said he's a slip and fall man. Yo, Charleston Wright is a pure fool, man. Shit. Listen. He gave y'all the game on illegal. It's legal. Ain't nothing illegal about him because he's right. A lot of jobs when I work warehouse jobs or jobs with physical labor, they don't be having the proper safety protocols. Shit, when I did construction, I could have got their asses, but I knew the foreman boy. That's why I didn't do it. But when you in a hole, somebody's supposed to be standing watch. It's supposed to be certain precautions that you got to do when you work in certain jobs, and he ain't never lied. The warehouse jobs, especially, man, I remember a long time ago I worked at this warehouse. It was a temp job, temp agency. They did me dirty too. I should have got their ass. But yeah, man, listen. It's fine. If it's legal, do what you got to do. If it's illegal, keep your mouth shut and don't say shit. Shit. Paul said he about to start suing. I mean, this is the thing. I ain't telling nobody to do nothing illegal. You know what I mean? Let me make that very clear. I ain't telling nobody to do nothing illegal. Just know the laws and know what you can do. See, a lot of jobs are not going to really go the extra mile to tell you your rights. They might give you the handbook, but they know once you give most black people a handbook, what happens? What's the stigma they say about our people? You want to trick a black person, put it in the book. So, that's just what it is. It's the truth. I mean, I worked jobs before where people got hurt at work, right? And they didn't know what to do. And I told them, I said, for one, you got to go see the doctor, see their doctor under the net. Where I gave them the game of what you got to do. And a lot of them didn't really know. And I'm like, it's right there in the handbook. They're not going to just tell you because they want you to be stupid. Their job is for you to come back to work like duty so they ain't got to pay you workers' comp. Cashmere, what's the deal, bro? None. What's going on? Oh, shit. Are you away? Oh, you doing it real big. That's what's up, bro. How was it over there? E-Man said he got a job for $25K. What happened? What happened? Shit, I got a couple jobs, but my shit was legit though. Mine was legit. I got. Well, I ain't gonna lie to you. I got 3 jobs. I ain't gonna lie to you, and I ain't gonna say I got them. Shit happens, it is what it is. But yeah, the lowest I ever got from a job was like $75,000. That's the lowest. I normally get 6 figures from jobs. You know what I mean? But it be their fault. Ain't no shame. Ain't no shame in my game. I get hurt at work, it's over. Shit. Shit. I get hurt at work. Lawyer already know what time it is. Yeah, man. Well, happy belated birthday, bro. Be back Sunday. Shit. That's good. Yeah, I mean, I like I said, I give consultations. I give consultations on how to get that bread. If you know what I mean, hit me up behind the scenes. You know what I mean? Throw me a little fee. I'll put you down if you really want to get a settlement. But all legal, of course, all legal. No fraudulent bullshit. Yeah, you said you got hurt. And you said you got them for how much? Hold on, let me go back. Yeah, you said you only got 25? That's kind of low, bro. That's kind of low. They must have only gave you I take it you was on workers' comp. So they must have only gave you like half of they must have only gave you half of your comp rate or something. Because normally, let me give you the game. I don't know if you had a lawyer. You might not have had a lawyer. If you get hurt at work, I'm going to simplify it for y'all. I'm going to simplify it real good. All right. Let's say you at your job, you hurt your back, right? You go out. You get past your 3 months, you're still out of work. You get to see your own doctor. Your own doctor keeps you out. You got a lawyer. Let's say, for sake of argument, your comp rate is, because it's, let's say they're paying you, let's say let's just say $1,300 every 2 weeks, right? That's what they're paying you comp rate. Okay. So you times that times 26 weeks. So that's going to give you $33,800 a year in comp rate. It's tax-free, whatever, right? Now, let's say you get a lawyer and the lawyer say to you, hey, do you want to go back to this job or you want to get a settlement? You say, you know what? I want to get a settlement. I want to, whatever. Now, a good lawyer is normally going to get you at least 3 years of that salary. Now, with workers' comp, the most you can get is up to 5 years, but you got to be really fucked up for that. So you're not going to get that. A good lawyer can get you 3 years of that salary. So hence, if we had 33,800, right? You times that times 3. If my math is correct, that's around 101,000 some change. Let's just say 101,000, right? Bang. So yeah, workers' comp lawyer charges 20%. That's how it works. So 20% of that is about 20,000 something. So give or take, your settlement after paying your lawyer will be $80,000. Now, the more you make, meaning your comp rate being higher, that's the more you bring home. So it's any workman's comp lawyer is always 20%. I know this for a fact. So that's how it works. Tax free. It's a little bit different than a lawsuit. A regular lawsuit, the lawyers charge more. A lawyer might charge you 33%, between 33.5% to 40%. But if you're dealing with a lawyer that ain't trying to be greedy, he'll charge you 33.5%. That's how that go. So, Pat, what's the deal, bro? So, did you have a lawyer? You said you had a lawyer, E-Man? Yeah, he didn't do a good job, bro. I ain't trying to be smart, but he didn't do a good job because he should have got you more than that. He should have got you more than that. Yeah, he should have got you more than that because he probably only got you. Okay, you know what? I know what he did. Hold up. Let me go back to your comment again. Yeah, 25K. Yeah, he probably only got you a year worth of comp. That's exactly what happened. He got you a year worth of comp. So your comp rate might have been, yep, that's what he did. At that job you was at, let me guess, right? I'm telling you, I'm good at this shit. At that job you was at, you was probably making between 30 something and 40,000 a year at that particular job. Am I correct? Because they give you a percentage of what you make. So it's normally like 80% of what your gross is, whatever. That's how they calculate it. Then they don't take no taxes out when you get the comp check. So yeah, that's most likely what happened. He only gave you a year worth of, you only got a year worth of what you call it. Yeah, he said I'm right. I know this game, bro.
Yo, cuz, let me ask you.
Hold on one second, y'all.
Listen, now that Buffalo got DJ Moore, right? Now and again, they should be able to get to the Super Bowl. They should be able to.
No, I hit him back later. My cousin, whatever. Yeah, he said you're right. Yep. That's how it goes. You see, a good lawyer would have got you 3 years of your salary, and then even I give him the benefit of the doubt. Even if he didn't get you 3, he could have got you at least 2.5, or at least on a hard ball 2 years. But a year is unacceptable. I fired. I got rid of a lawyer because of that. And I ain't never deal with him because my first ever comp case, the lawyer got me. Well, you know what? No. I take it back. I did fire his ass, but he got me. I want to say like a year and a half. Oh yeah, he said, "Yup, he wasn't making money." Yeah, I'm telling you, bro. I know this game. Yeah, that's why you only got that. Yeah, the more you make, the more you bring home in your pockets. Yeah, because back in the day when I had my first comp join, I settled for like 70,000, and I got like 52,000 in my pocket when it was said and done. But at that job, I wasn't making shit. So he did like a year and a half. But that's how it go. But yeah, if you get hurt at work, you got to ask yourself this question: do you want to go back to the job, or are you done with the job? If you're done with the job, and then I'll recommend getting a workman's comp lawyer. Because they tell you they try to hit you with that light duty bullshit. They try to hit you with the light duty. No, you tell them doctors or them nurse practitioners, hey, I can't do it, whatever. Because their goal is, what happens is the first 90 days by law, you have to treat with their treating doctors. Their treating doctors are not for you at all. Their job is to try to downplay your injury and make it seem like you can go back to work. Once you get past the 90 days, you home free. You can use your own doctors. And normally your lawyer will hook you up with a doctor and he's going to keep you out. That's when they got to pay the long-term workers' comp. That's the shit they don't like. Now, some jobs will be smart and find a reason not to pay you, but then you got to go through the lawyer for him to get you the settlement, whatever. So that means you go without. You might go 3 months to 5 months without no bread. But if they recognize the injury from the rip and then they're not playing with you, after 3 weeks, you'll get your first check and they'll start paying you every 2 weeks. Then you got to go to therapy and then you got to see their doctor every 2 weeks and all this other bullshit. But you keep complaining because they're going to fucking try to, I'm telling you, I know this shit. They're going to try to be smart and try to get you to do light duty. They got the workers' comp insurance, but when it's time to use it, they want to give you shit about it. That's why I don't give a fuck about these jobs. Because I remember when the first time I hurt my back, I had back surgery. And them motherfuckers the doctor was trying to rush me back to work. I said, motherfucker, I just had surgery. That's how I knew the system was flawed. And I remember the one doctor, the lady, she told me, she said, they're going to be mad at me. I said, why is that? She said, because I'm not putting you back to work. And they want me to send you light duty. She told me what it was. And I was like, wow. So that's why I don't give a fuck about no job. You get hurt at work. If you know you don't want to be there no more, get you a settlement. Get on out of there, stack that bread, and you can go to another job. Because once you've done the workman's comp case, you can do whatever you want to do. It's over. And don't get caught doing nothing. So if you're on workers' comp and they're paying you and you home, don't be outside playing basketball. They will sometimes watch your ass. So be very, very. Oh, we'll give you some more game. So if you're on workers' comp, what the insurance company will do sometimes, right? When you go to your appointments, they'll hire a nurse practitioner to go with you to your appointments. Now they can do that, but you don't have to let the nurse lady in your room with the doctor. You can tell them, hey, this is my privacy. I prefer to be in the room by myself with the doctor. They're going to try to say to you, oh, I just want to come in just in case the doctor says language that you don't understand. And I could, no. She's paid by the insurance company to basically downplay your shit and try to convince the doctor to put you on light duty. I had that happen before. This lady, she didn't know I was a seasoned vet. And this bitch was like, I'm going to come with you to your appointments. I said, okay, you can come me to the appointments, but I said, you're not going in the room. Oh, why? I said, lady, I can comprehend very well. I said, if I don't understand something the doctor say, I tell them to tell it to me in a better way. And she was so mad because I'm like, no. And then once my 90 days was up, I called my lawyer. I said, do I still got to deal with this bitch? He said, hell no. He said, we'll send her an email. And they told her, we don't no longer need your services. And then right after that, they sent me to an IME doctor. Now they get to send you to an IME doctor. It's called an independent medical examination. It's a doctor that's paid by your employer to basically say nothing's wrong with you. It's basically a scam. No matter what your injuries are, that doctor's going to say nothing's wrong with you. But that doctor don't mean shit because you've been treating with other doctors and they trump over him. See, when I had just had surgery, right? I was 3 weeks out of surgery, and they sent me to an IME doctor, and the motherfucker said I was fully healed. That's how you knew the game is fucked up. But the lady got mad because she kept trying to come to the appointments, and I kept letting her come, but I wouldn't let her go inside because what they do is, and then I told the doctor, I said, don't discuss my medical information with her. I said, whatever she need to know, you got to send to the insurance company anyway. Send it to them. They was like, damn, this Negro knows something. Yeah, you ain't getting over on me. Fuck out of here. You gotta speak up for yourself, and you gotta know your rights, because them insurance companies don't want to pay. See, I don't have no love for insurance companies because they take your money, and then when it's time to pay up, they want to give you a hard time. No. So don't get caught doing nothing. You could be, you know what I mean? Like, you just always assume somebody watching your ass. But the system is designed to try to fuck you without lubrication. So you got to know how to play it. It's all a game. I'm going to be honest with you. That's what it is. It's all a fucking game. That lady said, God damn, he must know something. I told her, I sure do. You ain't getting over on me, bitch. You work for the insurance company. Don't act like you here for me smiling in my face and acting. No. You ain't here for me. You here to downplay my injuries. And plus, people lie, but MRIs don't. I always remember that. People lie, but MRIs don't. I remember the motherfucking doctor was like, well, yeah, you got stuff on your MRI, but I don't think you're in as much pain as you say you are. I said, and I told the doctor right to his face. He was a panel doctor that was for the job. I said, how the fuck you gonna tell me how I feel? I said, how you gonna tell me how I feel? That shit say herniated this and bulging this in my back, but you telling me I ain't in pain? I got sciatica. You telling me I ain't in pain? And I made that motherfucker put me out. He kept putting me out. We got into an argument. I never forget that shit. It was me, him, and the nurse lady. Cause she overheard. It got so loud. The bitch must have been standing by the door or something. She overheard and came in. Oh, what's wrong? Blah, blah, blah. Act like she was for me. And I told her, I said, lady, you ain't for me. You for the insurance company. I said, this man is trying to tell me I'm not in pain where my MRI and my pain say otherwise. Oh, well, this is not a problem. Fuck out of here. I never forget that pussy ass white boy. If I told him right to his face, fuck you. And what a coincidence. That was the last appointment, because right after that appointment, my 90 days is coming up in like 2 weeks. That's why he was trying to rush me back to work before the 90 days. Nah. Nope. Real talk. Jason, what's the deal, bro? Yeah, I can't stand them insurance companies, man. They crooks. They fucking crooks. All of them are crooks. Health insurance crooks, car insurance, all of them crooks, man. Shit. They used to hate me at Aflac. You ever see the Aflac with the little duck? I used to have that, the extra insurance. I used to kill Aflac. Them motherfuckers paying me out. They used to be so mad. Long as you show that documentation from the doctors or the emergency room. Shit, they dropped my ass. They dropped me. They dropped me because I kept getting paid. All my shit was legit. They was mad than a motherfucker. I paid into the Aflac for like 3 months. And out of 3 months, I got like 25,000 out of them. Killing them. I'll tear their asses up. They was mad than a motherfucker. I ain't got no love for no insurance company. So If you had a job and it's not a career, if it's not a career and you don't care if you had to go to another job and you get hurt at work, don't be afraid. Get that change. Especially if you're making a couple dollars, if you're making something halfway decent. Shit. I'm giving you all that game, man. For real, because these jobs ain't gonna tell you that. When I used to work with a whole bunch of Haitians, right? They didn't know no better. They was fresh off the boat. One girl hurt herself, and I was telling her what to do, and she had her head so stuck up white people's ass. And I was telling this lady, I said, I have no reason to lie to you. I can show you in the handbook, but I'm like, these are your rights. And I said, if you're really hurt the way you are, well, she really was hurt. I said, they're making you come do light duty. They're making you sit in the room all day. With the medication you taking and stuff like that, it makes you drowsy. It can impede your driving. I said, you got to know what to say to these people. And I'm trying to tell her how to get put out. She ain't want to listen. And guess what they wound up doing? Not long after that, they fired her dumb ass. They waited until like they try to say there was nothing really wrong with her and stuff like that, and then they found a reason to lay her ass off. I said, you could have got a settlement, dumb bitch. So when people be getting over on the insurance companies, like with the car insurance and stuff, I don't listen. I personally don't do it, but I ain't mad at you for doing it. I ain't mad at you. Ain't no fun when the rabbit got the gun. Ain't no fun when the rabbit got the gun. The last workers' comp case I had, they asked me, they said, have you ever had workers' comp? Because they ask you questions that they know the answer to see if you're going to lie. They said, did you ever have workers' compensation before? I said, I sure have. Like, it's nothing to lie about, because if you work a new job and you get hurt, by law, they have to pay you. Even if you had pre-existing injuries. Don't matter if you had, if you were doing your job and you re-aggravated your injury, they have to pay you. So if you had a dead-end job and they're treating you fucked up and you breaking your back and you hurting yourself, there's a way out where you can get you some change and legally and go to another job and have a nice little cushion. Oh, yeah, I was a smart ass. I went to the one IME doctor. Now, this was my third one. And I told the doctor, I said, listen, I know you paid from the insurance company. I said, basically, you're going to write a fucked up report and say nothing wrong with me. I said, let's just get this over with so I can go. And he looking at me like, oh, I'm not. I said, listen, sir, this ain't my first rodeo. I said, all of y'all IME doctors that's paid from the insurance company, y'all motherfuckers lie and you downplay injuries. So I said, I told him right to his face. I said, I have no respect for you. I said, you have no integrity because you ain't really going through my medical or really doing a proper examination. You basically is going to tell the job what they want to hear. And sure enough, I got the report a month later. I got an email. The job emailed me talking about they said you're fully recovered. You can come back to work now. I emailed that bitch back. I said, well, my doctors didn't release me. That's not happening, Captain. He said, oh my God. See, when you white folks don't like when you know something. When you know something and you know your rights, they don't like that. They want you to be black and dumb. What's popping, bro? They want you to be fucking black and dumb. Don't be black and dumb. Know your shit. That doctor was looking at me like I was crazy. He was so mad that I knew his game. I told him, I said, man, don't even waste my fucking time. I said, you're going to lie and say you examined me for a whole hour, which you didn't. I said, I already know the game. And I told him, I said, you can lie all you want, but that MRI say something different. I had fucking, I had pinched nerves, all that shit. I'm like, nigga, my medical backs up my claims. So your word don't mean shit. Oh, I know. Mike said, damn, Mike. He said he in the insurance industry. He says it's a dirty game, but these lawyers and doctors are all corrupt too. Absolutely. They all work together. They all work together. I mean, think about it. The lawyer put you down with a doctor that's going to play ball no matter what. Just like the insurance companies they hire doctors that's going to, you know what I'm saying? It's all a game. And you think them judges don't be knowing? You think them judges, listen, let me tell you something. Ain't no lawyer going to take your case unless he know he's going to win it. Them lawyers that you don't pay, you don't get paid till they get paid. They know that shit, bro. That's why, like, a lot of them be knowing them judges. They know them. They friends with these motherfuckers. They go out and eat and all that shit. Like, listen, all this shit is a cycle. It's all a cycle. And I realize that. And when you know what it is, you gotta know how to get down. He says Rico, New York right now. For real. They want you, they bank on you being black and dumb and not knowing nothing. That's how they get over on so many people. That's how the insurance companies be you know, they offer you, oh, we give you $25,000. You be like, oh my God, I'm gonna take it. No, your case is worth over 100. That's why it's best to have a good lawyer, because if you ain't got a good lawyer and you're trying to do it by yourself, they're gonna basically gag you. Yeah, somebody was saying something about Trump earlier. What did Trump say? You said something about I gotta watch it or something like that. I didn't watch no politics today. Yeah, all of them on the same tip, man. It's all a game. Like they got. I remember one job I was at. The motherfuckers got mad, right, because they tried to fuck me, right. They did me dirty for no reason, right. I was like, damn, like, you know, I was one of them model employees and don't be late, come to work every day. And as soon as I aggravated my back, they were so mad. Like, oh, you only did that because whatever, fuck you. I had a homie, well, my old homie, we ain't cool no more, but I told this dumbass what to do. Well, I'll just say allegedly because I didn't see him do it. I only went by what he told me, but it must have worked for him. But long story short, he was at this law firm, not law firm, tripping. He was at this temp agency place working in I forgot what type of work he was doing, but from what he told me, he had to go up ladders and stuff like that. And he told me that the girl that worked there in the administration, she liked them or whatever. So she gave him a heads up, like, yo, they're going to let you go in like a week or two, you know, just to give you a heads up. So he was telling me about it. So I said, well, use your brain, dog. I said, you go up a ladder, don't you? What goes up must come down. And I guess he must have took heed. I guess I wasn't there. I ain't see it. But he wound up getting the workman's comp settlement and bought his house. Yeah, I mean, so you gotta fuck them before they fuck you. And then the motherfucker after he thanked me, right? Then afterwards, later on down the line, we talked about it a year later. He gonna act like, oh, I ain't give him the game. Somebody else did. I was like, yeah, you a sucker. That's the boy I told y'all about to be fucking the fat bitches and be paying them. Cold sucker, dude. Cold sucker. So, Mike, you said you're in the insurance industry, so you be robbing the people, bro. Yeah, you know, I hate ungrateful ass people, man. You give a person some good advice, and I wasn't looking for nothing. I didn't want no money or nothing. You know what I'm saying? I didn't tell him that for no money. I just told him he had rights. And let's keep it real. Oh, let's keep it 1,000. If you had a job, right, and you get inside information that they're gonna fire you soon, and you got bills to pay, what you gonna do? You'll be a fool not to. You know what I mean? We ain't gotta say it, but you'll be a fool not to do that. Especially if a job, you got a family, you got bills to pay, and they just gonna fire you, and you've been doing a good job too. Shit, you better fall. You better. Fuck you talking about? Oh, you said you're the guy that negotiates with the attorneys for bodily injury settlements before during litigation. Oh yeah. So you know how this thing go. So let me ask you a question. I don't know what state you in, Mike. I forgot what state you was in, but when the lawyer sends a demand package in, right? So say it's a car accident and the lawyer sends in the demand package or whatever they asking for. Don't y'all have up to don't y'all have up to 40? I don't know how it is in New York versus Pennsylvania, but it might be the same. Don't y'all have up to like 45 days to respond to that that demand? Because you know how a person get hurt and they do their medical, they get done with the medical, you get all the medical bills, and the lawyer put together a package saying what he feel as though the case is worth, and he sent it to the insurance company, which will be you. Don't y'all have a certain amount of time before y'all respond to that? Oh, you got him for a week discrimination joint for 18? Oh, that wasn't bad. Yeah, that wasn't bad. Oh, you said PA has time limit demands. New York doesn't. Have to make an offer within the time period. Okay. So hold up. So what's the time period? So, all right, let me ask you this then. If something is clear liability, like the person they was in the wrong, and the person that's suing, they put in a demand package, do y'all tend to try to get it settled faster, or y'all still drag it out? What's up, Wilcox? You say you just got in from work. That's what's up. Well, you got off early today on Friday, huh? You got work the weekend? You said it's all about the nature of the injury. Oh, okay. Hold on one second, y'all. I'm texting somebody. You said broken bones are serious, but soft tissue injury. So what about injuries like herniated disc in the neck and the back, pinched nerve, shit like that? Because I got a joint right now as we speak. It ain't no workers' comp joint, but I got a car accident joint. Me and my pop actually. But I think I told y'all about that. Yeah, I was telling y'all about that. The police actually hit me. Police had hit my car back in last April. They ran a stop sign and hit my shit. And my pop got herniated discs in his back. He got a lot of them. And I got three. I got two herniated discs in my neck and two bulging discs in my neck, and I got a pinched nerve in my left hand. And my lawyer, he just sent in the what you call it, the demand package. But I know it'd be different when you're working with the city. You know what I mean? Even though they put on a police report that they did run the stop sign, but I never sued the city before. So, because I try not to bother my lawyer too much because I know he's busy and shit like that. So I don't really bother him that much. You know what I mean? Like when his secretary hit me up with documents that she need, like far as like, you know, medical records, make sure everything on the up and up. I just send that, but I don't really bother him. But I asked being as though you're in the insurance industry, so I'm figuring like when. But you said it don't matter who's at fault; it's more or less of the injuries. Yeah, they might try to argue that with my pop because he's older. He almost 70. But what I do know from experience, from dealing with insurance companies, if something gets aggravated, whether you had a pre-existing injury or not, if it gets aggravated, then that counts for something. You know what I mean? Especially if you wasn't complaining about that and then all, you know what I'm saying? Because they hit us pretty hard. I mean, they totaled my G90, so they hit us pretty hard. Because I never said nothing about my back because my you know, I didn't hurt my back in that car accident. It hurt my neck. Like my back been had the pre-existing shit, but I wasn't having no neck problems. I haven't had neck problems in like 20 years. It's been a long time since I had neck problems. I ain't had no neck problems. But yeah, the lawyer I got, he top notch though. He, you know. But see, what they doing in Pennsylvania, Philadelphia that I don't like, they got something called, it's like a sovereignty law or something where if a police officer or a government, if a police officer hits you or whatever, they have a cap on the amount that you can sue for. That's corny. They do that shit in Pennsylvania. So like, if a cop beats your ass with a police brutality, that's different. But if it's anything with like them hitting you with their vehicle or something, the most you can get from them is $1 million, and that's the most. But most Jones cap out at 500,000. So if you have two people on the lawsuit, you got to split. You know what I mean? You got to split the pot. That's how it go. They need to change that law. Because there's been people sometimes that got hit by a police officer and died. So you mean to tell me from a wrongful death or whatever, you're only getting 500,000, maybe up to $1 million? That's bullshit. Oh yeah, we definitely got an argument because, like I said, niggas totaled the car. I don't know why they was going so fast on a side street. Ran the stop sign. And I remember when I read the police report, they definitely put the code in there that they ran the stop sign. Duties to stop at such and such. You know, I do my due diligence. I don't wait on the lawyers. I go up there myself and get shit. But yeah, they yeah, but I you know, I got a feeling the city insurance company, they're gonna probably try to drag that shit out. And my lawyer waiting for the dash cam video now, as if they even have it. Because I definitely want to see it because it's going to really show, it's going to show them blowing that stop sign on a side street. Yo, I ain't never lied. You right. I wasn't looking for no case. I'm minding my business. I love that G90. That was my favorite car. Motherfuckers totaled my shit, man. I was fucking, man. I was mad as a motherfucker. And the crazy part about it, it was no reason for them to be speeding. That's why it was so stupid, because We coming out the one block, you stop at the stop sign, you go straight. They flew through the stop sign because you can only turn. If you go straight, it's a dead end. So you can only turn. And these motherfuckers flew through the stop sign and T-boned me. And I'm like, it scared the fuck out of me because it happened so fast. And I was like, what the fuck? And when I talked to my man that came up on the scene, the guy I used to work with at the prison, he was, he a cop now. He was like, yo, he don't even know why they was rushing like that. They had a call that was a dead body up in the river that had been dead. Like, they were some young cops. Black boy and a Spanish boy. Young boys. They had to be like 23, 24. And I'm like, yo, why the fuck was y'all, like, that shit made me so fucking mad. Will, what it do? I said, I can't believe these motherfuckers, out of all people, the fucking cops. And they had the Jeep. They had the little Ford Explorer joint with the Ram thing on the front. That's why I did so much damage, because they had that metal bar thing. I was like, wow. I got up the next day, my neck was killing me. I'm like, what the fuck? I go to the patient first, John. Then you know how that go. I started therapy. Then, I did the MRI. And I knew something was going to come back because I knew I kept having headaches. My neck be tight. My arms is feeling funny. And they did the little nerve test. She was like, yeah, you got pinched nerves. Herniated disc, bulging jaw. I was like, okay. I knew it was something. Well, the thing is, they're gonna find all that out. See, only thing they're gonna argue is they're gonna say, well, yeah, we did run the stop sign. Even if they had their lights on, it's in the daytime. How would I see it? You understand what I'm saying? You coming from the side. How would I see it? They definitely, I know for a fact they ain't had no sirens on, because anytime I hear sirens, I automatically pull over. They definitely ain't had no sirens. But only thing they probably gonna say is, oh, well, when it first happened, he said he was okay because the ambulance came and they checked my pop out on the scene. And if anybody know about injuries, you won't, especially with your neck and your back, sometimes you won't have pain right then and there. Once you sleep on it, that's when it happened the next day. Because plus, when it happened, my adrenaline was up because I was like upset. I want to make sure my pop was cool, but I was mad. Once I knew my pop was getting treated, I was like, why the fuck did y'all run the stop sign? And then I looked at my car and I'm like, what the fuck? I'm like, ain't this a bitch? And the cop was pissed because he knew he fucked up. You know what I mean? I'm just sitting there like, really? They love speeding. Jay Samuels, what's the deal? And that's the crazy part about it, bro. Like, I really woke up in pain. I wasn't faking or nothing. Like I tell people, MRI don't lie. You can say what you want to say, but MRIs don't lie. I wouldn't have no neck pain before. I wouldn't have no pinched nerves in my arms and all that bullshit in my hand. I wouldn't have none of that. MRIs don't lie. That's why when I was confident when they said I'll take the MRI. I told them something gonna pop up on here. I know my body. And not to mention, they can say what they want to say. At the end of the day, if you wouldn't have ran the stop sign, whether it's pre-existing injuries or not, whether it's whatever, it would have never happened. I could see if y'all just tapped my car. I only had like a little dent. But $17,000, $18,000 worth of damage? Shit. Especially on a side street, like who does that? But they do that in Philly a lot. I've been seeing the cops. What they do sometimes, they want to blow through a red light. They'll turn their lights on real quick, and as soon as they blow through the red light, they turn them off. Like they do a lot of fuck shit. So, whatever I get off of it is a blessing. You know what I mean? Like, of course, I want the max. If I can get the max off them pussies, that's what I'm going to do. But it's not in my hands, it's in my lawyer hands. But I think we're going to get the max because it's more than one person involved. So we're going to definitely get the max, but we'll see. I don't count my eggs till they hatch. And I got injections. Oh, yeah, to what you call it. You said, did they accept liability? That part, to be honest with you, Mike, I don't know. I know I saw the police report, and they did admit to running the stop sign. It did say that because on the police report, it had on the initial report it says violation, and it had the person that was driving, he violated. The violation was called duties at stop. And when I looked it up, it said basically it ran through the stop sign. So they admitted they ran through the stop sign on the police report. Now, as far as the other shit, I don't know yet because I would have to ask the paralegal. I know when she hit me up yesterday, she told me that they put in the demand, the what you call it demand last week. So I don't know. I mean, at this point, they would have to admit liability because if you admitted on the police report that you ran the stop sign, I mean, if you wouldn't have ran the stop sign, you wouldn't have ran into me. So, but I don't put nothing past the Philly police. So I don't put nothing past the motherfuckers. So the city. Connect. What's the deal, bro? But I know that I know we got a good case. I know that for a fact. So I ain't worried about that. It's just a matter of how long they're gonna drag this shit out. You know what I mean? Now, if they admit liability, there shouldn't be too much of a drag out. But I'll find out in the next couple. The next month and a month and a half, they should respond to the demand letter, and then we'll go from there. But I heard that they even talked about it on the news. They said the police have a lot of cases in the city. Like it's apparently they be crashing into a lot of people. And hey Mike, is this true that insurance companies like to settle certain months, like to even out the books or something like that? Because I heard something in my city. I don't know if this is true or not, but they were saying like for the city, they normally like the new fiscal year or something starts in July or some bullshit. Is that true with insurance companies? I know it's in New York, but that's what I've been hearing. But I don't know. Yeah, insurance companies a dirty game, though. Dirty game. But insurance companies have been good to me, though. So I can't even fucking lie. Oh man. Shout out to Blue Cross Blue Shield of New Jersey. I had them years and years ago. Health insurance. The reason why I love that health insurance so much, and some of y'all might have experienced this. If you go to the doctors or you get something done and you use that insurance and it's out of network, they send you the check. Anything out of network, they will send you the actual check in your name. Nobody else's name. Now, morally, you're supposed to cash it or endorse it to the people. But if you keep it, you didn't break any laws because they endorsed it to you. Oh, I missed that insurance. Man, I remember I had that motherfucker. It's been a long time ago. It's like 17 years ago. I still remember it like it was yesterday. And they had sent me a total of like $16,000. One was a big one of $12,900 because I had got a surgery and it was like the anesthesiologist bill. And I remember I had a car accident case, and I remember I had went to court, and my lawyer was kind of salty because he was like, "Yeah, you got that money off of that. I ain't even get none of that. You wasn't supposed to get none of that, motherfucker." But they was trying to get the money, but the judge was like, basically like, and nothing we could do about it because they, it was sent to him. Now, if it was sent in both names, then I would have been in trouble because you can't do that. But something's in your name, it's all you. Yeah, they're gonna probably drag my shit out because I don't even know if what my lawyer asking for. I never even I didn't even ask. I really don't want to know. I'd rather be surprised. But knowing him, he probably asked for the max. He'd be a fool not to. That's called a negotiating game. So you always ask for same thing when you're selling a house. Let's say you really want $250 for the house. You ask for $275, $280. So that way people negotiate and you wind up getting what you want anyway. It's the oldest trick in the book. Oldest trick in the book. We all know that. We already know how it go. Did Monty drop another 50 Cent disc?
I smell pussy. How about you come here and try to push me? That sugar water got you, now you turn sweet. Huh? I smell pussy. Nigga, yeah, I read you like a book read. Come bring your ass to school, who playing hooky? Right now I smell pussy. You a pussy. You beat the week, okay? You want a cookie, my nigga? You a pussy. Yeah, yo, eating duck, well, let me cook me. I'll burn you like you try to burn your own seed. Nigga, you a pussy. Where they do that at? I never brown nose. The white boys made you tune that ass. You blew that cash. Now you need to beef to pay them goons they tab. I used to feel bad, but now we knowing why they bring back the vest when you was at your best. Not that it would matter. Fuck your chest, cause why I'm at your neck for talking at it. Yeah, let's talk about it. Don't get quiet now. The quiet kid and fucking dialed in. Don't throw the towel now. Y'all chime in. He need an audience, so give it to him. They don't know you been a cornball all your life and it informant. Let them know, Tip. Why you always got your finger pointed? Start the show, let them enjoy it. Man, your fans deserve a show outside your old shit. What the fuck is this? Is this your man? Is this what he called crossing out his bucket list? He crashing out. It don't crack a smile, just learn from it. Yeah, he know his turn coming. He probably wanna burn something. You's a pussy. How about you come here and try to push me? That sugar water got you, now you turn sweet. Huh? I smell pussy. Nigga, yeah, I read you like a book read. Come bring your ass to school, go playing hooky. Right now I smell pussy. You a pussy. You beat the week, okay? You want a cookie, my nigga? You a pussy. Yeah, yo, eating duck, well, let me cook me. I'll burn you like you try to burn your own seed. Nigga, you a Times 3, it really brings me joy. This feel like a stomach kick. I bet she felt it more. No, I don't need no assistance. Come outside, let's go. You silence her from us, but you just wait till she tell baby boy. Curly hair can get the love from you. How is it that Marquise at 6,700 for you to be a dad? I guess that deal just wasn't sweet enough. Surprisingly, you sell your ass for anything. Then try to talk about Daphne. Call for your mama. Get up, Curtis. Don't look for your grandma. I fix your trauma. Come on and prove to me you really something. You just a talker. A literate nigga, at least pronounce it proper. Yayo's flat interview is loading now. About your partner 5-0. Why you can't get a spike without a fight? And I know some shit about you. I heard what you like. But where the nose goes when the doors close is none of my business. Just don't throw no rocks and glass ozone, you pussy. How about you come here and try to push me? That sugar water got you, now you turn sweet. Huh? I smell pussy. Nigga, yeah, I read you like a book read. Come bring your ass to school, go playing hooky. Right now I smell pussy. You a pussy. You beat the week, okay? You want a cookie, my nigga? You a pussy. Yeah, yo, eating duck, well, let me cook me. I'll burn you like you try to burn your own seed, nigga.
Chili's invited me out.
Okay. He applying that pressure to 50, huh? Okay. Young boy going at him. Young boy going at him. Somebody said it's got to be AI. Everything is not AI. God damn. Somebody said, I don't know. Maybe, I don't, who knows? I think it is him, though. I think it is him. Everybody, it's a shame because you don't know what is AI nowadays. You know, anything. This AI thing has taken over. Let me see. I'm trying to see. Oh yeah. Good looking out, Mike. Yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna find. I'm gonna definitely find out. Now I gotta see what did fucking Trump say, because he must have said something crazy. Let me see if I can look it up. Let me see if this said. Let me see if this is it.
House about Iran. Take a listen.
There's a lot of them are political champions, and we don't care about them today, right? Right, Duffy? But we have, most importantly, wonderful people that love our country. And before we begin, I think I will say a few words about.
So what did he? I don't know. I'm not trying to watch the whole thing. I just want to know, what did he say? Oh, he chose the next leader of Iran. Yeah, hold up. How does motherfucker choose the leaders of somebody else's country? Yo, Trump a wild boy, man. Wow. You're a wild boy. Well, I know one thing. A motherfucker, nothing better not come over here. What? Obama doing somebody's funeral? Oh, Jesse Jackson. Oh shit. Okay. Yeah, Obama speaking at Jesse Jackson funeral. Keep hope alive. Keep hope alive, God damn it.
Primary debate between him and Walter Mondale and Gary Hart. And I remember how.
Listen, as long as we don't get no other 9/11, I'm good.
I turned off that TV and I thought the same thing that I know a lot of people thought that night, even if they didn't want to admit it. That in his ideas, in his platform, in his analysis, in his intelligence, in his insight, Jesse had just held his own.
It was crazy because I was hearing a lot of stuff. They were saying Jesse Jackson knew that King was going to get killed. He was working with them people. I wasn't there, so I don't know. I don't know. But yeah, I'm about to get my nut ass off of here, y'all, because I got to do something. But if I'm feeling up to it, I'll go live again tonight. I'm up for it. But thank y'all for kicking it with me. Thank you for the game, Mike. I appreciate it. And hit the like on the way out, and I'm going to holler at y'all later on. Peace.
Maybe there wasn't any place, any room